afternoon. We are at the Agroprodmash 2021 Food Equipment Exhibition. Here in Moscow at Expo Center, over 800 companies have gathered to showcase food processing equipment. Thousands of business owners are checking out the latest equipment and various technological solutions. And of course, our entire company is here taking part in this exhibition. And today, you'll see how things are happening at our booth. We brought 2 production lines to the exhibition, one for pies, turnovers, rolls, cookies, and the multi-compact for cookies and gingerbread. Both lines are up and running, doing their job. Several times a day, we make and bake products right here. Our clients are constantly coming by. There are quite a lot of them. We've installed more than 80 lines, and all I hear is gratitude and positive feedback, which is nice. Let's take a look. Preparing for the exhibition is a challenging task that involves a large number of people. These are designers and technical staff who calculate everything, make the stand, co-create. These are various connections, bringing in equipment, and the arrival of employees. And a lot has been done to make sure that everything here happens exactly in this format. What's interesting is that we've already done several experiments like this. Yes, so both yesterday and today, clients brought their own dough, their own ingredients, and fillings. We mixed either their dough here, made the products, and then baked them. And so, as a rule, out of the 5 tests that were already at this exhibition, all 5 worked out. The last one we had, clients from Kazan brought their own dough. It spent 15 hours in the fridge, traveled by plane to get to us. And we made a les, and it worked out for them. Now we're finalizing a contract with them.
And before purchasing equipment, it's very important to test whether this specific dough, this specific recipe works with our equipment. Right now, people have flown in from Kazan, and instead of just bringing a recipe, they brought actual chilled dough with them. So now we're going to get it ready for use and see if it will run through the production line. Sergey is surprised. Wait, you made this in Kazan? Yes, we cooled it and brought it here. Like any experiment, of course, there's a certain risk involved. Might not work, or it could get stuck, or something could go wrong. Please don't judge us harshly. We're trying this here in front of you. Very often, it takes several hours and a lot of trial and error just to perfect a single type of product or recipe. But here, we do have the opportunity to try several times, so we'll try to get it right on the first try. If something doesn't work out, we'll know what needs to be improved so that it works next time. Sergey is opening the dough, taking it out of the plastic wrap. We've got a block like this.
Is he bringing the dough?
The dough is here.
Seriously, yeah. Potatoes with chicken. Go left.
So, we run the dough through the rolling machine, which gives it the necessary properties, makes it softer, more elastic, and rolls it out a bit before we pass it through the rollers. It shouldn't be too sticky when we're done. Let's see. So, the main properties the dough needs to have for the production line to work with it are that it shouldn't be too sticky, so it doesn't stick to your hands. For example, with yeast dough that doesn't come off your hands, If you try to use it, it won't work. They'll just stick to the rollers. And it should be stretchy. So if it's a short crust dough that tears and doesn't stretch, it won't go through the rollers. Here, the dough is elastic enough. Let's try it now. The initial calibration for width and thickness is done without any trimmings. In other words, there are no scraps. Then comes the kneading station. Here, there's what's called a satellite drum, meaning small diameter rollers are arranged in a circle and they knead the dough. What a baker would do by kneading the dough by hand on the table, we do automatically with the equipment. And then the final calibration station. So here, we roll out the sheet of dough to the thickness and width we need, and then feed it onto the conveyor belt for the final shaping. Now we're going to see all of this together. So the experiment has begun. Now Sergey is going to feed the dough into the line. Here goes the preliminary calibrator. What you're seeing now is the same process your employees go through when they start their shift for the first time. That is, they feed the dough into the rollers, like threading a needle, pulling it through. To avoid having to wash the dispenser at the exhibition, since we simply don't have a place to do it, we'll be depositing the product with chicken and potatoes from a bag. Are we making a roll or a pirate hop?
Hi.
We're making a pirate hop. Great. We're depositing the filling. Under normal circumstances, we would do this with the dispenser, but we don't have that option here. It's not as even by hand as it would be with the dispenser, but it is what it is. Does it have the light length? So it shouldn't be dry, right? Then it's okay. There should be some kind of binding inside, so it shouldn't just be crumbly. We have a huge pirate hop. As Sergey says, I can hear him. If this dough, already 15 hours old, works, then fresh dough should go through with no problem at all. So we've got a big, thick pirate hop. We cut them with the diaphragm dough divider, and they'll rise even more during proofing. So we end up with these little pierogi. In about 40 minutes, we can come back and try how they taste. I'm sure they're going to be delicious. So the pierogi you see now in the proofer will, of course, rise and end up about twice as big.
Alexander Mariel, the Republic of Mariel. How do you find the exhibition?
I haven't been to an exhibition in over 5 years. There was a time when I used to come, yes, to check out the range of equipment. And thanks, probably, to visiting the exhibition, we actually started equipping our company with newer, more modern equipment. Well, and this exhibition has made me happy too. It made me happy because I saw your production line.
You saw it first time?
No, I didn't.
You knew it before.
I knew about this line before. I found information about it online.
Uh-huh. And what about you?
I had partially watched how this line works on YouTube, so I had an idea, but to actually see it live, to make sure that it really works, that it's reliable and productive, I hadn't had that chance before. Well, how should I put it? That's just how we are as Russians, right? Until you try it for yourself, until you get your hands on it, you just don't believe it. But when you come here, and especially when you talk to people who have already bought it, who have been working with it for over a year, and they say the line is reliable, there are no breakdowns, and you can cut down on unnecessary manual labor while also improving product quality. So naturally, you start to think, yes, you should buy the equipment, and it will deliver the results you're expecting.
Got it.
Got it.
Thank you. Booth?
Well, in my opinion, I think the booth is indeed very thorough and comprehensive, because not only is the equipment itself on display here, but you also truly have the chance to see the equipment in action and see exactly what kind of product it ultimately produces. Especially since you can see the full cycle here, including baking the product and tasting the item made on this line. I think it's a really great, well-rounded booth. It lets potential customers evaluate the equipment and decide whether to buy it or not. But based on what's presented here, it's clear that the obvious choice is to buy, and it will deliver results.
Alexander thanked.
Thank you. Why, whack.
We try.
Honestly, I believe hard work never goes unrewarded.
Hope we work together long term.
I'm counting on that too. I'm sure our partnership will work out. The contract will be signed, and we'll be happy to delight our customers with the products made on this equipment. Excellent.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
The exhibition is very lively. Monday was a bit quieter, but now, today is Wednesday, and both yesterday and today we've been working all day. There are absolutely no breaks at all. Everyone is fully engaged. There are a lot of visitors at the exhibition. People are walking around, looking, stopping with interest. As always, we're doing demonstrations, showing the production line in action, the one for rich yeast dough, and we're also showing the shortbread cookie line in operation. What's really valuable is that people come with their own dough and can try it out right here on the spot to see if their recipe works with this line. Even today, before, we only had people from Moscow coming by, since their production facilities are nearby and it was easy for them to do. But today, people flew in from Kazan. They actually brought their dough and filling by plane kept chilled. We piped it out and tried making pies. Everything turned out great. We're really happy that we can have direct contact with our customers right here on site. Moreover, people who bought our production line a year ago, 2 years ago, even more than 3 years ago, also come by. They talk to each other. There are some interesting cases where people from the same corporation, one has a bakery somewhere in northern Russia, another in the central region, meet here, discuss the products they're making right at our booth at the exhibition, and realize that they can actually make new types of products they didn't even know about, even though they're working under the same umbrella. It's also very valuable when potential customers who are still unsure about whether to buy or not meet here at the booth with people who already bought the production line a long time ago and have it installed. It's working for them, bringing in profit, and they're satisfied, and so they talk to each other. Even our managers don't get involved in the conversation. So, by talking to each other, people really figure out whether they actually need this or not. There are even cases when a client who already has the whole line installed, well, except for maybe one part, gets interested in the products that new customers are planning to make, and he explains to them, you need this part, but you don't need that one. And that's valuable for us, because if we deliver something, it's exactly what people need, not just anything. That's a very important point. And all of this is possible because people from all over the country come to this exhibition, from Kazakhstan, Belarus, and other countries. They meet here and talk, both with us and with each other. That's a very important point. When it comes to our clients, I feel happy for them, especially for those who have been working with our equipment for a long time and are succeeding. They come to us, thank us, and it really warms our hearts, especially today. For example, people came up to us and said, when things were really tough, when it was very hard, we survived thanks to your production line. 70% of our production is done on this equipment. Because of that, we made it through the crisis. That makes us really happy. That's exactly what we've been working for.
As always, you brought a large number of products, right? Of course, this is far from everything that's made on our line, but here we have the main items. Yeah, it's interesting to take a look, by the way. May I? Already. Killed it. This is interesting. This is a new item here. A French dog. Yes, it has already dried out, of course. But here you can see, yes, in the bag you get a gorgeous French manicure. This is made by our client from Krasnodar. Yes, so another item is the bun for a Danish hot dog. It's very popular. The client makes these two items around the clock. Yes. Yes, pies, rolls, sweet buns, bagels with filling. Various pretzels. Here are some puff pastries. You can see these have two different fillings. And so on. You can check everything out on our website, or our managers can send you the information and show you. By the way, we also have some items covered in chocolate. These are the kind of rolls we bake on our production line.
Hello, friends. I'm Roman Kalinin. I'm the head of the About Bread project. This is the main media outlet for bakers and confectioners. I'm the director of Battelle Marketing. We help industrial enterprises grow, and I'm also executive producer of the Pacheca 3D conference, held in fall and spring, where fun bakers and confectioners gather, hang out, and discuss important issues. Come join us.
Roma, I just walked out and thought, who should I even ask about our booth, about our company?
It's me.
Yeah, I look around, and it's you. That's what happened. Roma, what do you think of our booth?
Listen, I have the pleasure of watching you guys in action, and you're growing. Year after year, you just keep getting bigger. Now, in terms of the scale of your booth, you're absolutely on par with the big Western competitors. So what can I say? It's awesome. I remember when you guys were really small, just a little flat booth, maybe 12 meters or so. And now, wow, congratulations. Much respect.
What else can you say about our lines, specifically about the equipment itself?
Listen, I'm not familiar with all the details. Of course, I hear that your number of clients is growing, and today it's a more accessible solution for those who want to work with small-scale stuff. But you know, the devil is in the details. I think what's going to be critical for your growth is the level of service you provide, because making the sale is only half the job, right? What will clients say when something goes wrong for them? And on any line, something will go wrong at some point. That's just how it is. And the speed with which you resolve these issues, I think, will be the key factor for success.
Yes, we're working on that and focusing on it. We have a spare parts warehouse. The entire line is disassembled and stored in Krasnodar. We have everything, even if take a sledgehammer. Dash one of the employees.
Put it together.
Well, except for some metal parts. But as for spare parts, we have everything possible. It's all there, and it's been there for years, because people really...
Great.
All the lines, there are no problems.
Good job.
Yeah.
We just had an interview with Anatoly Pavlov from the Tagil, Nizhny Tagil Bread Factory, the new director, and we were just discussing Russian equipment. So, he says that one of the main problems of Russian machine building is that when people don't have spare parts in stock and, say, some component breaks down, they say, okay, I'll make it for you in 2.5 months. But having downtime for 2.5 months is just ridiculous. That's the pain of Russian machine building. Well, it's good that you're fixing this and actually solving the problem.
Yes, we're solving it. I'm sure of that. Thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. The line's been running 3 years at your bakery. There's a first video on our channel that we filmed 3 years ago. I remember back then you spoke very warmly about our line, about our company. What happened after 3 years? How is it overall?
No, honestly, everything is good. At first, our expectations were just about whether the line would actually arrive or not, you know? But you turn out to be reliable partners, you could say, since you delivered the line without any delays. And now we've already learned how to work with it. Well, you could say we've mastered it for any product we plan to make. We've already launched them. Plus, we've started producing many other types of products on it as well. And it's only shown itself in the best possible way. there haven't been any problems with it. For us, really, there haven't been any issues at all.
Got it. Dima, tell me, the line has been running for 3 years now. What is broken down? Tell it like it is.
Well, nothing is broken down, which is surprising, right? Because with new equipment, there are usually some teething problems or something else. Not here. It's worked honestly for 3 years. We haven't had any problems, so everything's good.
It runs every day, right?
Yes, it runs every day. Well, depending on the production schedule, on the production orders, but it works steadily every day. Yes.
Steadily. Got it. What can you say about our company in general?
Well, what can I praise, right? I can only leave a positive review about the company, of course. I like your approach to business. It's thorough. This stand here is proof of that, and it only gets better every year. Plus, the demonstration. I think all potential customers really appreciate being able to see firsthand how the line works and what it can do. And of course, it makes it easier for them to choose you.
This exhibition is distinctly different from previous ones, as you may notice, because this time we're trying to surprise our clients with some new products. Overall, our goal is to make bakers happy. Translated into Russian, this means doing something that allows our clients to increase their income and make more ordinary people happy through their products. And at this exhibition, the number of our potential clients testing their dough and their fillings is 2 or even 3 times higher than at all previous exhibitions.
The dough isn't ours. We've never worked with it.
Let's go. How's the filling? We've got one cut open here.
Cut open one.
Let's cut open another one. To be continued. As you can see, the dough doesn't stick.
Is that good?
Yes.
Elena Ivanovna says the product turns out perfectly, just the way she wanted.
I think that the spreading process can be.
If before, during one day of the exhibition, we could invite one client with their own dough or recipe, at this exhibition, almost every day, 3 or 4 people come with their own dough, their own filling, and we work on it during the breaks between our demonstrations. That's why this exhibition is different. If previous exhibitions were just exhibitions, this one is more like a master class, where we work together with clients on their recipes so they can see for themselves that what they're planning to buy is truly useful equipment, not just a pig in a poke. That's the main difference between this exhibition and all the previous ones. I feel a deep, heartfelt gratitude toward our clients. I can see how invested our clients are in what they do. Personally, I believe in fully immersing yourself in whatever you do. I'm the sales director at our company, and I'm completely involved in sales, head over heels. I've been in direct sales every day for 26 years. And we have clients just like that. People who are fanatically, wholeheartedly immersed in their product, in what they create, and in how they delight their own customers. I see the joy, the genuine joy and love with which they talk about their products. I just watch them and get energized by their positivity, drive, and happiness. Basically, we make bakers happy, but bakers also make us happy, because I see how deeply they're invested in making sure there's a high-quality, healthy, and wholesome product in Russia that they provide to their customers. So, in that sense, I feel a huge sense of gratitude toward them, because they are true enthusiasts of their craft.